Okay, you're there. You're gonna have to go.
Yes, and
Oh my God.
Happy New Year.
Yes, happy New Year.
And
Happy New Year.
welcome back to Taking the Journey Together. We had a short hiatus, but it was
Mm-hmm.
a good little break from just the things that we do
Mm-hmm.
on a regular, and an opportunity for us to reconnect with each other. And that's one of those things that we need to do on a regular basis when we're in a relationship, is reconnect, because we can get so locked into the hustle and bustle of what is usual. And I use the term loosely, because we can always go to the usual, but we don't necessarily focus on what is important. And what is important is the relationship that we're in. So without that relationship, we don't have a usual to be involved in.
Mm-hmm. Is
So
that what you say?
that's what I say.
Okay, and what happens if I don't believe you?
Um, you will.
Oh, I will in time.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if we can get everybody on the road here.
All right.
I'm still working for the new year. I'm still working. I'm still working. I'm still working on the boards for the new year.
The hardest working man
Oh
in.
my gosh, I'm still working on the boards here. Julie still has me just working like a Hebrew, I won't say. But anyway, I'm still working on these boards, trying to get things straight. Got to get make
And
sure
doing
I
an
get.
absolutely
I
wonderful job
appreciate
at
it.
it.
I wonder about it sometimes. I'm going to have to try to get here some of how we have so much problems with our internet connection, at least like
Yes.
we do right now. But we're expecting this year, whether we have problems or not, we're still expecting the best thing. So to move on and move through it as our ancestors did. They moved through all the problems and kept on going anyway, didn't they?
They did.
Yep,
And if
they
they
did.
hadn't, we would not be here to celebrate and embrace the things that we have to embrace. The things, all
Exactly.
the things that we claim we can't live without.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that their perseverance is something that we really need to focus on. And they even had perseverance within relationship. You
Exactly.
know,
Yeah.
they through
Exactly.
thick and thin, they did not believe in um, just let it go because things have kind of gone a little haywire. It
Mm-hmm.
was okay. Let's see what the problem is and work it out.
Yes, they did. Yes, they
Yes,
did. And every year brought them to a new problems. They may not be new problems within the relationships because they're working on it, but they could be new problems because sometimes our problems that affect our relationships are the outside environments, going
exactly.
to friends, family,
Hmm.
business, and so on and
Yes,
so forth, could be
lack of
causing us
work.
problems. Yeah.
And a lot of us talk about how we grew up in single parent households. Well, that's
Mm-hmm.
still going on today. But growing up in single parent households didn't necessarily happen because your parents did not want to be together,
Mm-hmm.
but circumstances outside might have made it difficult for them to be together, and in a way that they could not work it out. And then some of them were able to work it out because they were, only one parent at the house raising the children,
Mm-hmm.
while the other parent was someplace else working and helping to support. Um, that's a way of working it out too. So those were some of the hard times and some of the strife that they had to go through
Mm-hmm.
in order for us to um, enjoy. And I guess you could say still today we're enjoying the fruits of their labor.
Yeah, their labor.
Yeah.
Exactly. It is a fruit of their labor, not ours, their labor.
Yes.
But I know some black folks have said, at least from what I've heard, that their lives that they lost was a pain forward so that we can finish that which they started. Again,
Yes.
the lives that they lost basically has it so that we can stand under not a vacation, but a foundation
Hmm.
from the standpoint of us finishing what they started. And this year, boy, it looks like we're going to have to do some more real finishing of some of the
Yes.
things that they started, including in our relationships. And we're looking at a book right now. But you want to tell a vision before we talk about that?
Yes, our belief statement.
Did
And
you
I'm
even
going to.
introduce who we were at all? I mean,
I did not. We just really
I didn't
started
think
right
so.
into
I
it.
didn't think so.
Um, this year we're doing a lot of changes and a lot of things that are different, and we are coming at you in a more authentic way,
Mm-hmm.
and making um, some strategic and necessary changes that we find important and necessary in continuing to build great relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And so, for that, one of the things that we are doing is we are coming to you as Aymar and Zare.
Mm-hmm.
And so, those are our names that you'll be able to remember very, uh, very soon after we keep doing that, because we've been introducing that for a little bit
Mm-hmm.
as the other side of us. Um, so anyway, I say that
Look at that. We got someone that is called Drop the StreamYard. Let's have a conversation. I don't know what that is.
I
MC Nemus on Amazon Music says drop StreamYard.
nemesis
Let's have a conversation if
who
you're choosing an anti-social moron. I don't know what that is all about.
we probably don't need
No,
to.
no, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Drop the StreamYard link. Let's
But
have a conversation if you choose not to have your. Interesting. That
okay,
if you choose not to your anti.
and
Oh,
yeah,
this is somebody who has been um, trying to once in a while come up and say something in all link, hasn't it? I don't know
I've
who they
never
are.
seen that one.
No, I don't know who they are, but
Yeah.
we're not worried about it. But anyway, go ahead.
So what I'm going to do is the condensed version of
Mm-hmm.
our belief statement, because we've got a lot of um, information that we want to share today.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a little bit different. So, our belief statement goes like this: we believe in the magic of real relationships. And as you know, we are going to relate. It doesn't matter what your mother says, your father, children, or even what Jesus says, we
Mm-hmm.
are going to relate. And we also are aware of the old saying, we can be friends, but we can't be lovers. And I will marry my lover, but not my friend.
Ah.
And that's some of the things that we want to change, which
Mm-hmm.
is you marry your friend and your lover in the same person.
All right. Friend, lover, and everything else in the what same person?
In the same person, because if you marry your friend, then you have a lot more room to build something lasting and meaningful.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay, I think
So,
I got the link out too. Also, for those who may have friends who might not been able to get to us
mhm,
on Taking the Journey group. That is a group that we have over 100 some people in on Facebook. I just finally got the link in of us going live, so you can always see us there if you go to the group. If you're part of a group on Facebook, I got the link up so you can watch us live through there. If not, of course, you're watching us now off of our website, which is Taking the Journey. Oh, excuse me, our profile on Facebook called Taking the Journey Together. So you can
mhm,
also see us there. We're up and running. Of course, you can see us on All Black Media Network. And I think Julius Hall has his own Facebook site. You can see us through there at the same time. And hopefully you'll be able to also see us on Our Black Media Network besides Our Black Media itself. Okay. Just want to let people know, like, if that
yes.
advertisement for this year, because we're planning to look for brothers and sisters a good year for us,
Hmm.
starting within our relationships.
Yes.
I think that's very important for us to start within our relationships to make sure that we have a good. Yep, it looks like it's up. Looks like our link came up on Our Black Media Network about 2 minutes ago, so you can always go there and see us there. I think we're also on Roku through what's that? Our Black Media Network, I think
Hmm.
it is.
Yeah.
Get us in the communications area as a community.
Community.
Yeah, community. Then you see us through Taking the Journey Together.
Mhm.
I think we're also on YouTube too right now. So you can see us streaming to YouTube. Thank you, Mr. Julius, for keeping us all up and running as we are doing. We're talking about some
And
good things.
wherever you find us, thank you.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Yes. So, we want to start talking about what we're talking about today.
Yes, we are for this month for New Year's. We are going to start making sure that we push out, let you know, express, if not sell, the fact that you can look at having some good counseling
Coaching.
or coaching, I should say, in your life. That's one thing we're sure. So this time and taking the journey, at least for the next month, We're going to be embarking on, in this case, friendship and balance in your relationship. But we're going to ask some questions. Now, she threw it over to B because she's like, I don't want to talk about this.
No,
I don't want to do
that's
it.
not true.
But in end, okay, there's a but in the end. To all of us.
But and
Exactly.
and
You can give it a try now before I move on. I'm still stuck in the technical part, right? That has a lot to do with it. Why my portion of it.
see,
So it's hard for me to flow into this portion of what we need to do because I've still got some technical things I'm trying to take a look in the background.
yeah. So
Even though I said differently. Well, go
yes,
ahead.
and I was thinking that you were done, and so that's why I was trying to get you in the flow. Okay,
Wrong flow.
but
Go ahead.
well, I got you just like you got
Mhm.
me. So one of the questions that we want to,
Yeah,
I can't get any closer.
Yeah, you could. You could sit on my lap.
Ooh,
Go ahead.
don't tempt me with a good time.
Go right ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. But anyway, there's a question that we want to bring to you from the building balance into our relationship, starting with friendship. And that question is, are you ready to strengthen your relationship and cultivate a deeper friendship with your partner?
I said again.
Are you ready to strengthen your relationship and cultivate a deeper friendship with your partner?
Exactly. And this year, we're all about you really moving ahead and using our services, our talent, our abilities and insights to really help you. Not that you haven't been, but we know it's been happening more in a large number of individuals on the other side who've been listening to us. We want to start working with you one on one because we know out there listening,
Or
talking
two
to
on two?
two on two, and talking to certain individuals and some of you know who you are, about cultivating a deeper friendship with your partner in your relationship. And that's what you've been talking about. I want a deeper partnership. I don't know how to do it. I don't know which way to go. I don't know if my partner wants or not which way to go. But yet I want that deeper partnership with in my relationship. And we are all about trying to coach you that direction and actually making that happen. And of course, we have more than one different topics that we talk about that basically will help you out there, brothers and sisters, when it comes to you being able to feel comfortable in your own heart and relating to that individual in your family. I mean, what is it like your family?
Yeah, well, it is
And
family.
like to come to think of it, yes. And you have a deeper commitment, not a shallow commitment, but a deeper commitment in connecting to that person you love. And that's, excuse me, that's what taking the journey is all about. Why would you want someone on your journey, whether it's a whimsical journey, whether it's a adventurous journey? Why would you want anyone any on those kind of type of journeys? But yet they were not very close and connected with you.
Right.
Not just when problems are tough, which we always think about. There's nothing wrong with that. But just to have that friend with you where they are enjoying and sharing that journey with you. They can't enjoy and share that journey as deep as you can and as intimate as you can if they are not really connected in a
Right.
deep way to you. Right? That's what you think.
Absolutely. Because what happens if you're not in that deep commitment or that deep connection? You find that it's easier for issues that are small to grow large in a small amount of time. And when that happens, you have more things that you have to work with, more things that you have to climb over, basically more obstacles that will be in the way of you having a thriving relationship, of
Exactly.
you having a healthy relationship.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
so, um,
Right on, sister.
so, so that's where that importance comes in. And as we talk about,
Well, we're
or
not talking about bridge. I don't know that's up there. It said we're talking about bridge statements, but we're not this time. But go ahead.
or mhm. Yeah, that there went my my thought. What I was about to say is, as we think about, um, you know, strengthening our relationships and building that balance into it. One of the things that we have to look at is, where are some of our needs? What is it that we need to work on in order to um, start building on that.
Hmm.
Where is the starting point?
Exactly. And that's one of the things that we're going to for the next month talk about what you will get out of coming to us and working with us as we work with you on getting your relationship balanced, getting your relationship healthy,
Hmm.
and the many different areas that you need to work on. But it may be one specific kind of area or two specific areas that are very, very important that you need to have work on to strengthen your relationship and again make it healthy and it's rooted in friendship and mutual respect. So we're going to take the next couple of weeks to the end of this month for this June or January, excuse
January.
me, for this new year to make this a new year for you and a new year for us, so your relationships will be just as new. And I think that's very, very important. So
And
go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh no, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, no, I'm just saying our program is focusing this year to design and be designed in such a way where we're going to be targeting new clients and individuals
Mhm.
to actually come and be part of what we're doing, what you are doing, and what I am doing, and what they can do in the relationship, which is
Right.
enjoy that journey, taking it together in a virtuous way. I'm sorry, I'll stop
Oh,
there.
no, and that's fine because where I was going with it was to say that taking into consideration that yesterday probably just about everybody who is tuned in here or who are in a relationship have made New Year's resolutions and probably made resolutions of I'm going to do this, I'm going to stop doing that, I'm going to, but never stop to say we're going to.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Never stop to think about what we need to change in our relationship
Yes.
in order for us to be better. And this is one of those times, especially at the beginning of the year, where it's good to look into this. And with coaching, you have people in place to help you stay focused on what you need to change. And people in place to help you stay work on.
Oh, for some reason we're having a bad connection. I don't know why we did. Go ahead.
Well, that was that
That
was
was it.
that was it. I just wanted to state that that's one of those things that I think we are lax on because
Mm-hmm.
before we're in relationship, we are accustomed to just making a New Year's resolution for
Mm-hmm.
ourselves out of habit more than out of conviction.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
so now we need to, within the relationship realm, we need to make it out of conviction.
And yes, true. I like that. I like that word conviction, where you don't think that. Well, I'm waiting for the right person to come along,
Yeah,
or
it
shoot,
don't take all
oh, don't
that.
take all that
Yeah.
exactly. And we're not really enjoying deeply all that. Or we're
Mhm.
not even challenging ourselves that in a relationship we can have more than that in a
Yes.
relationship. And the most important thing of all is that we deserve it
Hmm.
too.
Yes.
Not I deserve it, not that she deserves it, but we
We.
deserve that
Mhm.
from that. And that's where we want to take you that direction.
Yeah.
So
And
let
and
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And one of those things that we were talking about the other day
Hmm.
that came up when came into my mind when you said that was the idea of we, and the thing that we're going to focus on and push is that appreciation of we under the heading of Ubuntu.
Yes, and Ubuntu means it's an African principle, by the way, old African principle. Many of us African Americans don't even know this principle. Swahili terminology calls it.
Ubuntu.
Can you get by your mic too? Yeah,
Ubuntu.
don't forget it's important. There you go. You can hear that very
Yes.
beautiful voice. You say it again.
Ubuntu.
Yes, very, very important because Ubuntu means I am because we are. Again, I am because we are.
Hmm.
So it's important in our relationship that we understand that at the ideal level, the what they call the fifth dimension level, the highest level, the spiritual level, is that we both relate to one another because we're reflections of one another.
Right.
Just like our relationships in the world are according to this old principle, which we believe that we are bits and pieces and parts of memory and traditions that of other people that we have came in contact from our parents, our families, our friends, uh, or people in the business, even the culture in your city
Right.
and in your country and your very yeah, the very country that you live in
Yes.
has influenced you ever since
Mhm.
you were young and has made you part of the character who you are. So definitely that principle links you to understand that. How much more should it not be in your relationship? That you should understand that you are not in a relationship as an individual, that you are in a relationship as individuals,
Yes.
and the need for interconnectivity and the need for intraconnectivity is so important for you to be an us in your
Mhm.
relationship.
Yes.
And that deepness and that depthness is what we want to be able to, how can I say, present to you, and you choose our program to help you move that direction. You want to expand your relationship.
Mhm.
You want to engross your relationship so that it's better than it was before. If you're looking at wanting to do it, then you're going to want to choose our coaching program. Let's start with one of our first coaching programs
But
area. Okay, I'm
but
sorry.
I was just going to say
Mm-hmm.
before we do that,
Mm-hmm.
let's reconnect the question of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to strengthen your relationship and cultivate a deeper friendship with your partner? It's important to keep that in the forefront as we move forward. The purpose for what we're doing.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm looking up here. So David Banner more than once. He just seems to really love our program. Thank you, David Banner, for being part of this and those who are joining us. I don't know who this gentleman is. Original John West. Can I join your panel? That would be something that sometime later on this year we'll be looking at having some people be part of our panel. But one thing is for sure, for them to be part of a panel, they are going to have to understand our principles that we've been teaching for quite a while when it comes to taking the journey together. It may
So,
not be the same kind of principles in a program as
right.
others would teach, no doubt about it. But these are the ones that in turn that we, use in our own relationships and we have did our own research on, and in turn we feel that they will be a good program to help you out when it comes to our coaching program from there. So
Right.
you basically will have to look at being on the panel and not necessarily worrying about becoming someone who can become a coach. Undertaking the journey, which is something we'll do later on this year, we'll be talking about, and there'll be some. We'll probably have an actual class that people can come to and learn some of our techniques so they can go out and teach under the guise of taking the journey together. I think that's important. But those who want to come on the panel, we will have to have you look at a couple of our principles and understand some of our principles. And if you understand those principles very well, then we'll be glad to have you as one of our panel guests. Not everybody can be, but there's somebody that will because they are determined that they want to change some things about their life, and at the same time they want to make sure that they're kind of say in the same harmony as taking the journey together in the principles that we teach to.
Yes. Well,
Hope that helped out original John West, whoever that guy is.
what we would suggest that you do is email us. Stick around. We're going to have the email address available to you shortly. But stick around, get
Mhm.
the email address, and contact us with your contact information so that we will be able to get in touch with you and we will be able to discuss more of what you have in mind and see if it kind of aligns with our principles.
Exactly. So before we go into our usual break, we are going to say that we basically have quite a few different areas that you'll be looking at choosing our program. Of course, you'll have specific areas if you already looked over your relationship that you may want to take a look at and actually have us coach you in, or you may not know what area that you're having a problem with your relationship is, but you just have a gut feeling on. Both of you have a gut feeling, and we'll probably have some questions that you and your significant other can actually fill out, and from there we'll be able to help you out, find out what particular area or areas that you need some work in, and then from there we'll begin. Excuse me, we'll look at working with you on that matter,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, and one thing that we want you to be clear on is the fact that you're getting couples coaching or relationship coaching does not mean that there is a problem with your relationship. And that's what a lot of people think. But what it means is you want to strengthen your relationship no matter where it is.
Exactly. There's no doubt about it. We talked about taking the journey together was from the coaching area is all about again trying to you feeling like just like you want to upgrade your car, just like you want to upgrade your job, just like a lot of younger people know the
Your
people want to
insurance.
upgrade themselves in life. How much more do you not think you should upgrade in your relationship? We know that upgrading your relationship means it's going to have to get deeper, more sensitive.
Mhm.
It's the opposite way from a material item. That upgrading means that I put more physical stuff on it. I
Yes.
polish it so it looks good. Talk about image.
Mhm.
I put another physical part on it so that in turn it dries faster. We're not really talking about. We're talking about in this case. First of all, we're not talking about a image that you in turn not need to persuade or put in front of people because some people give a good image in front of people, but they're fighting like cats and dogs at home
Oh yeah.
from that end. So we're not talking about that. When we are talking about that deeper kind of impact or the deeper kind of connection, is it's going to bring more friendship. It's going to bring more mutual respect, and so it'll be more inside things that you'll be dealing with. And in fact, we're getting very close to a break. Should we wait for after the break where we name the list of the areas in our program that we will be working with you or be offering to you for you to take a look at, or you want to go right into it now?
I think it would be better to do our break and then come back for it, and that way it doesn't have to be interrupted. We can just kind of roll into it and roll through it.
You need to say something to Tanya C. She says, I love everything you guys are putting up for us. Thank you, Miss Tanya. We really appreciate it, don't you?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Your face is still kind of cut off a little bit, sis.
Okay.
There you go. I'm not gonna bite you.
I know.
Oh, you can't go in.
I can do it.
You can't.
Exactly.
You're gonna have we'll move the mic over a little bit
Well,
too.
yes.
That should work. Okay, good.
Yeah,
That's good.
there
That's good. All right. Hey, let's go to a commercial break and we'll be back. I think someone said, oh, our battery's running kind of low. So we definitely got to go to a commercial break. Hey, Ariel Scott, thank you for amazing. Yada, yada, yada. We'll do
And just hold on. We'll be right back.
We got Hill Street Blues. We'll be right back. Okay, let's sing this commercial break. Hey, we are, I tell you, the technical problems, they are just really trying to give us a hard time. If you knew what happened for me just to get here right now and do what I'm doing, you would just say, the dedication, the passion. It is real.
Yes.
Lifing is real, even doing that. But we're back here technical. I'm sorry for the break without even letting you know it, but we are here. We are here. We are here.
Yes.
Wow, where was you at? Where were you at, by the way?
We were doing break, doing the information break.
Oh, the information breaks. Okay,
Yes.
and
We managed
we
to
go.
get one done.
Hey, by the way, on that note, you could see us and hear us. Oh, from where does it look like? Or they can actually go to actually.
On Saturday mornings,
Mm-hmm.
we
Is
are
that a
on.
Saturday morning right there below?
I
No, got to say. Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
WRUU
yeah.
Saturday mornings. What
Yeah,
time? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
from 9 to 10 a.m. And you can hear what we are talking about. Sometimes it's the same topic, but the information is different because, as you know, we're live on both of them, and
Exactly.
so that's just the way live works
Where's the
out
other one
sometimes.
that we want them to take a look and go to if they want to become and need to follow our coaching program? Go ahead, Ms. Below, I think.
You can email us at uh, taking the journey together at gmail.com.
That phone number is no good, by the way, so you can't use that anymore. The website is being scratched and redone again, no doubt about it. You still can use the taking the TTJT at taking the journey
Dash
dash together.com, but
together.com.
the other new email, of course, is the taking the journey together at Gmail. Again, that's taking the journey together at
Together.
Gmail. Both of those you could use to get a hold of us. Next time we're on, we'll have a new telephone number. We hope we'll have the website up again. We'll get that scrubbed so that it can look much better and get prepared for the direction that we're going, which has to do with that personal and couple coaching for folks, and then us being on the road once in a while so we can get out and do an event where you can openly come and we can talk to you and you can talk to us. Someplace hopefully near where you're at. That's another place that you can email us once we get that up, so you can tell them, hey, want you to come to our town. I want you to come to our church. I want you to come to my community center. I want you to come where we're at so that
To
you
our
can help
couples
us out.
group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To help us out with our couples and give us a little bit more information and more help with your coaching, our coaching program from that
Yes.
end.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah,
You can get rid of that.
that's where we are, and we just really want to be able to be a help to your relationship. This year, as we're starting off, as you can tell, with a lot of new things
Mm-hmm.
that we
Gotta
are
get your mic up there. Watch
that
yourself.
we are upgrading and changing,
Mm-hmm.
all to make our accessibility better and your relationships better
Probably more. I would use the word we're moving forward.
moving forward.
Moving forward. Last year we were
I
kind of
like that.
moving mostly sideways.
Yes.
Really, we're just moving sideways.
Hmm.
Involved with a lot of people we were talking to. Involved with a lot of topics we were talking to, but we weren't really staying on target.
Hmm.
Now it's time for us to stay on target and to move forward.
Yes.
And that coaching, we want you to be part of it, and you have the opportunity to be able to help us out, especially when some of you would love to be able to help us coach with you one on one,
Hmm.
and not open as we do in front of a whole bunch of people. And we understand that some of your business you feel is personal.
And
It's
it
personal to
is.
you, and you don't want it out in
Hmm.
the open. But yet you still need that coaching. So let's
Yes.
talk about some of the areas that we will actually be we can go through,
Hmm.
but we will
Yes.
be going through when you are part of our program.
Hmm. With
Let's
the focus on
mhm.
strengthening your relationship and cultivating a deeper friendship with your partner.
Let's look at one of the ones you see right now.
Okay. One of the areas that you can choose is nurture your friendship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And with friendship being the basis to all healthy, thriving relationships, that is a really good area for you to look into, and for you to look at and reevaluate as far as where you are in that. And when I say you are, I'm not meaning one or the other, I'm meaning both people in the relationship.
I'm going to go real quickly through a lot of them, and we'll go back to them because
Okay.
there have a time in our program to know each one of them in detail. Even though I'm glad you gave that a quick synopsis, I think that's
Mhm.
important for them to know and understand that each one of these areas basically gives you a little bit more understanding and
Yes.
feeling for it, if you may want to say. But
Mhm.
we got quite a few. Number two is setting meaningful goals. I think that's very important.
Yes.
Collaborating with a dedicated coach, which would be us, to identify and achieve specific relationship goals, whether it's enhancing communication, resolving conflicts, or deepening your connection. And we find that when we talk and help coach people, many times they are kind of fluctuating,
Mhm.
kind of moving, kind of waving,
Yeah.
kind of, how can I say, very in circles in all these
Mhm.
areas,
Yes.
and they're bouncing all over the place.
Mhm.
They're not settled on any one of them, and don't know where to settle on any one of them
Yes.
in their relationship. So basically, what I'm trying to say is many times they're not at all coming up with a goal, let alone goals.
Right.
What do you think about it? Do you see
I,
that too?
I agree with that because quite often the idea of setting these goals and doing these things together is not something that has been a part of um, the package from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It's something new.
Exactly, exactly. I'm trying to move this other way so you can read the next one.
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, you good? Okay, go
Yes.
ahead.
Master communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
And the important thing about that is to learn effective techniques to express your feelings
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
and
I
your
read that down, didn't I?
and
Ah,
needs.
that was stupid. Anyway, well, don't we do sometimes stupid things in our
Well,
relationship? This is a technical one, but go ahead.
yes, yes, we
I should have
do.
known better.
And,
But
but
you happen to be on our laptop at this time instead of on our in our studio where our studio is working. So we're actually on our laptop. So
yes,
I moved the laptop trying to look at the screen above. Wow. Anyway, go ahead, Sam. I'm
yes,
sorry.
that's okay. Learn effective techniques to express your feelings and needs clearly
Hmm.
while actively listening to your partner. And that's one of the things we always want to be heard, but we don't necessarily want to
Here.
hear.
And see, that's the master part. The master part is not that I'm able to talk so well. Oh, yo, baby, you know what I'm trying to say. Or, what's up?
Yeah.
Or I don't give a fuck. Oh, excuse my language. I forgot about that. I got to go watch even on his station. It may be none of that. The master technique is what you just got to say is
Yes.
what?
Listening.
And what else?
Not only speaking, but
But
listening.
listening.
Yes.
Being
Not
able to do
yes.
both. And
You
do it well and do it
hear,
fluent. Yes.
hear, and be heard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is the master
Mm-hmm.
technique.
Yes.
That's hard to master, isn't it?
Oh, it
That's
is.
something that
It is.
even we work on. Yeah.
Especially when we get in our feelings.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I know that one.
Oh well. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you don't see everybody just listen to who've been with our program. They sometimes I had the problem of being just the speaker and not necessarily always the
The
listener.
listener.
That's a mastering problem. And
Yeah.
quite frankly, mastering goals like that goal, that's a lifetime process. But
Mm-hmm.
you can, through the techniques that in the areas that we'll be talking about, we can give you techniques, we can give you pointers, we can give you habits that can help you out so that you can become a master. In other
Yes.
words, you will both be able, like I said, both,
Mm-hmm.
not just say one, both be able to do that very
To
well.
both of you will be able to listen, and
And
both of you will be able to be heard.
under the guise of balance.
Yes.
Remember, when you do one more than the other,
It's out of
it's
balance.
out of balance. So we're going to teach you how to be able to balance that. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Yes. Um, the next one is resolve conflicts with ease.
Is that possible? Woo.
That is possible, but
Mm,
you
mm,
have to
mm.
know how to do it. You have to know the techniques.
Mm-hmm.
And so, with that, we help you gain tools and strategies to handle disagreements constructively,
Mm-hmm.
turning challenges into opportunities for growth and understanding. And that also is kind of connected with I want to be heard. The conflict will be over once I'm heard, and it usually is not. That's usually not the case.
Exactly. So I mean, again, that's another. Not I won't say a deep, but it's another good example of programs that will be teaching that and talking with you and coaching with you because these areas are very, very important to a balanced, healthy relationship that you want to deepen. In the importance of them, of course, makes them and should be make them effective in such a way that you become more of an us than just an I in
Yes.
that relationship. Again, uh, always keeping at its foundation the Ubuntu principle that I
I
am
am
because of
because
who.
we are.
Did you know they said that Muhammad Ali made the shortest
Yes.
poem ever in the world? In turn, he based it off the Ubuntu principle. What
Hmm.
was it?
Me, we.
Again, me, we.
Yeah.
Turn it around, you can see the me. If you turn it upside down, that becomes we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was very underrated for his intelligence.
Yes,
You know,
exactly.
he was just a very prolific individual. If you listen past his show talk,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
he was very very prolific.
Exactly. So you want your relationship to become a me we and a we
Yes,
me.
exactly.
Just that. I won't even say simple, but
Because
it
it's
it,
not
it,
simple,
it becomes an
but it's
inspirational
mhm,
goal and
yes.
landmarker and milestone for you to work for in your relationship. And don't tell me out there who are listening, we don't do no milestones. We don't do no goals. We don't do no purposes when it comes to relationships. Yes, you do. You do it
Yes.
for your job every day.
Hmm.
You do it when it comes to trying to make money every
Every
day. If it's
day.
outside of a job and you're an entrepreneur,
You
you
did
might.
it when you were trying to get together.
Oh, yes, you did. Some of y'all know guys out there know what goal you were trying to get to. And moms and pops sometimes she said, no, not tonight. But anyway, we're talking about on a serious side, we're talking about us moving in that direction, knowing that it is possible and it can be done and should be thought about being done when it comes to your relationship. And well, how much more should it be for a relationship since it's
Yes.
me, we?
We.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What's another area we're talking about?
Strengthen your connection.
Yes. Engaging in what?
Activities and exercises designed to deepen your emotional bond. What kind of bond?
Emotional, not ill emotional. Not what's the opposite for emotional? How do they say it?
I don't know.
There's something when they say your emotions are out of control. Maybe they say, oh, okay, I know. They usually say you're too emotional.
Yes,
Yeah, too
yes.
emotional. So go ahead again. I'm sorry.
Deepen your emotional bond and build trust. Now, how do those things go together? Well, if you get into one of our groups, we'll go deep into that and show you how that works
Well, it's not
for
a group,
your
really. It's
relation.
one of our areas.
No, no, no. I'm saying if they contact us, I said
Okay.
that all wrong. If they contact us for a coaching
Mm-hmm.
session, and that's an area that you
Need worked on.
are exactly, then
You
we
might
will.
even ask those
Yeah.
the kind of questions so we
Hmm.
come to that conclusion
Yeah.
for you. But you might know it already when you come to us.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
But that's one of those areas that we will help you work on it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So to throw something out right now is not going to necessarily be helpful to couple A, but helpful to couple C. We want to work on each couple as an individual.
Exactly. And I'll give them just a little bit of a hint. I'm sorry. That is, what did we just leave last year in dealing with the word of how to resolve
Uh-huh.
conflicts? Hopefully that young lady, Mrs. What's her name?
Melanie.
Milani. Of course, she calls herself, and other friends call her Mrs. Empress. If she's watching right now, that her and others who have been watching her, hopefully you still are watching too at the same time. Don't just watch this because she's not here. She's still here in spirit too at the same time. But we were talking about how to take care of conflicts, and what we talked about taking care of conflict. Excuse me, was using an area or a principle that we would definitely be here helping you with called bridge statements.
Mhm.
Again, bridge statements. Bridge statements can definitely help you out when it comes to conflicts in your relationships, and they help to resolve those conflicts with ease. When you
Yes.
understand the principles of a bridge statement, it becomes easier and easier. Problems don't necessarily go away because you'll have
Mhm.
problems. That's part of life.
Yes.
Life is going to keep lifing. But with bridge statements, it makes it even that much more, or with them that they make it even that much more easier to be able to resolve your conflicts, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Then we move on into encouraging personal growth. And that's where you explore your individual values and beliefs, enhancing not just your relationship, but also your personal journey towards self discovery. And we're always working to discover self.
Well, we should be.
But
We don't necessarily. We
exactly,
don't
we
always
should be.
necessarily do, but we should
You're
be.
exactly right. We
Hmm.
should be.
Hmm.
And that is one of those areas where we have to, as we're discovering self, we also need to discover selves.
Yes.
And
Okay. What do
so,
you mean by selves? I mean, that's interesting because I know we'll be bringing up. But what do you mean self? You say was schizophrenic?
no, what I'm saying is there's more than you in a relationship. That is
Mm.
the we part of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Each individual in the relationship is in the process of studying, of becoming aware of self.
Mm-hmm.
But in doing that, you also have to be aware of your partner
Okay.
and their journey towards self discovery.
And to me, I only said that because outside of taking the journey in our particular teaching, ways of teaching, a lot of people in some relationships may teach that that's not important.
Hmm.
That other person's feeling is not necessarily deeply important. That what's more important is just your feelings, getting your feelings straight, and the other person maybe should come along. Hopefully, will come along.
Yes,
But no, you made an important point, which is what we teach, of course, with we
me.
in me and we, or the Ubuntu principle is that both of your feelings are important.
Hmm.
And with both of your feelings being important, what happens? It strengthens the what?
It strengthens the relationship. It
It
strengthens
strengthens the
the bond.
relationship. That bond of
Hmm.
us. And we'll talk about techniques to understand and learn like intra connection and what else?
And interconnectivity.
Yes, intra-connection and interconnectivity. Those are the two strong kind of areas that you need to know about and things we'll talk about, give you examples that'll help you out in your relationships so that in turn you will gain a stronger kind of connection where you feel more like an us,
Yes.
not just because you just say it or on a piece of paper it shows that or someone says, hey, maybe that's a us, or maybe you don't even get that too. But if that's where you're moving, is that's where you want to go in your relationship. You both want to feel like a us or
Hmm.
true friends with one another. We can help you out with that, and we certainly will be able and do that for you. What's another one, Sharon?
Um, take action together.
Take action together.
Yes.
How? And we're not talking about fighting each other. Though that happens sometimes in a relationship, but that's the usual that everybody knows about and talks
Yes.
about in a relationship and shows on TV, especially with black folks, is fighting one another.
But
But we're not talking about that.
exactly.
No.
But there's also favorable actions that can
Yes.
be taken as well.
Yeah.
So we look at implementing actionable steps
Hmm.
and exercises in your daily life for tangible. That's the things that you can touch and feel.
Hmm.
Tangible improvements in your relationships, and in that you're making progress together.
Hmm.
So you're working together to make that progress and make it in areas where you can see the difference.
Yeah. And I think there's a key thing on that first word that you said is taking action,
Yes.
not waiting for an action to
Hmm.
happen.
Yes.
In a lot of relationships, like we work on it with you, me and you, I'm more of a taking action,
Hmm.
doing it ahead of time.
Yes.
Okay. Paying it forward, whatever words you want to say.
Being proactive.
Proactive, where you are more
Reactive.
sadly to say.
Yes.
Not good. But you do, and then you take a little while before you even react.
Exactly.
But yet we know that in that balanced, healthy relationship, a relationship that one of the deeper things to master, I'm going to use the word master again, is the side that we really sometimes are uncomfortable doing in a relationship. But in a relationship, it doesn't mean that hear this out, folks, please. It doesn't mean that she's supposed to change to be me and me to change to be her. So both of us then somehow work things out. It's about being able to understand some of the parts of us that are keeping the relationship from being me and we, so that maybe there are times when we have to what? Step to be more assertive.
Yes.
And on my side, step to be more of what? Less assertive. Like she's looking as less assertive as she can be instead of stepping up and saying and less assertive. I had to do both. But anyway, sometimes that's what it takes to be able to do that. So we're not saying anything has to be extremes. We're talking about balance, where you are not more only one way than you are the other, and more only the other way and not the other. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the next one is experience a supportive environment. Yes.
All right.
Enjoy a safe and nurturing space to explore your feelings and navigate challenges. Here we go, baby. Without judgment.
Oh, without judgment. How do you do that?
That's something that we'll have to work on in the sessions.
Yes. How do you do that?
Navigating challenges without judgment. Because we're quick to point a finger.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'm very, very quick. I mean, not a little bit quick.
We're good. We're good.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I did that again. Oh, yeah. I need to stop. But anyway. But yeah. Exactly. No doubt about it. We are very quick to point fingers and judge. Usually what we do mostly, as we, of course, charge the police to do, that they do, is that they go through the process that has to do with prejudge. Before they know you, before the crime is committed, and they don't even see, they will prejudge you and then in turn become the judge of the jury right on the spot. And of course, we very much with African American folks have felt that's been unfair because they're not supposed to be the judge and jury on the spot. Exactly, profiling. So
we're not putting style in with that.
Exactly,
it's just profiling.
But many times in our relationships, that's what we do. We prejudge. Because that's a angry black woman. We know she won't act this way all the time, or because he looks like he's a angry black man. We know he's going to act this way all the time, or because she's from this particular family. I know she won't give me a hard time.
And some of it comes from triggers from our past.
Yes,
has absolutely nothing to do with our partner. But it's triggers from our past. And those things need to be looked at, checked out, and come to terms with also.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, those are the areas that we are going to cover.
Well, cover today, that is. Yeah. Cover as if that's all of them. Come on now.
Well, no, that's what I was meaning. For starters.
Yeah, there you go. Starters. Get that right word out there. Help everybody out because they could be excited. We believe they are excited. We believe that they also have some relationships, people who are out there who are already thinking, hey, we're going to need to get with Craig and Sharon and work with them in this particular matter on their relationship. Go ahead and give them talk to that matter and help me.
Absolutely.
Doing this.
So if you are interested in having us work with you from a coaching standpoint, make sure you email us at takingthejourneytogether@gmail.com. Again, that's takingthejourneytogether@gmail.com. Next week, we'll have other areas and other ways in which you'll be able to contact us. Things with holidays and everything just didn't quite work out. TAKINGTHEJOURNEYTOGETHER.
Is that right?
No.
It's not?
No.
Oh, well, that's what I asked you to do.
No, you have taken the journey taking.
Taking the journey
together.
Well, come on now. You're supposed to be helping a brother out. HBO now.
Yes, but a sister needs glasses.
Okay. No. I can't help you with that one.
No.
Let's try this one, see what happens.
Okay.
Hold on. There you go. Try it. Now take a look at that.
Taking the journey together at gmail.com. See, I could not even tell until I started having to focus on the letters themselves.
Yeah,
taking the journey together. Absolutely.
Sometimes in your relationship, that's what it takes. You have a couple of bumps on the road. but there is going to be a brighter day
Yes.
because changes always happen. But you want those changes to move into brighter days. And many times, many of us stay in the bumps in the road.
Yes.
And we just, how can I say, we wallow ourselves like
Yes.
pigs in the bumps in the road and deal with all
Get
of
comfortable
the,
there.
exactly, all
Yeah.
the drama and think that's the only thing in life. Or
Yeah.
sometimes we have stereotypes that tell us this is the only thing in life. We're reading a book now, we'll be talking about later on how back in slavery times when we were enslaved, they actually had it set up for what?
For the marriages to not be comfortable.
Exactly. If not, they had it so that we did not think that we should have any kind of marriages in all of the value that came along with marriages, whether it's the government that got the values to marriages back then, or the inside spiritual and social connection with another individual of love that they said in so many words we did not deserve as people, and in turn kept that kind of relationship from us from getting together and married, even though we did jump the broom many a times from that end.
Yes.
So we know that there's also some strategic strategies and plans that were not necessarily good for Black folks when it comes to enslaved times. We see today it still seems to kind of give that same kind of image.
It's called generational memory.
Exactly. So we are all about trying to break that, and at the same time understand that you have a right to have a good, not just decent, the best relationship in your venture in life, and that she or he is one of your best friends. All right. So
And until next time, if you want to contact us, just remember the name of the show at gmail.com.
the name of the show at Gmail.
Yes.
I mean, that's at the bottom
Taking
of
the
the
journey together at gmail.com. Just striking that memory.
Exactly. We'll be talking about next time around, because we got a little bit of time left from what I see about what marriage. We'll be talking about the other areas too, right?
Yes.
That you will be able to get involved with, or we're getting involved with, I should say,
Or focus
to
on.
help and focus on for you again. So give us a call. Give us a email, and we'll have a phone with you next time. Take care. God bless. Ashe. And may this year be a bright, exciting year as you take that journey together.
Like this.